Let me go ahead and better organize in my seat. I'm also kind of just testing my internet, I guess, to see how well my stream will hold up. And really just testing what time I have to even try and do a stream. Yeah, as the title says for the stream, there is a Elden Ring update that came out yesterday, if not the other day. And it's basically just overhauled the entire game, PvP-wise. And it's made a lot of changes to the PvP, or PvE as well, in terms of just generally buffing things and all that. But it was a pretty big update overall. I don't know if I'll be able to really test everything. A lot of this is probably going to be doing the PvE as I try to finish some builds that I left unfinished. But, I mean, everything's here and set. There's some things that we can test that I do have, even if it's on the unfinished builds. I tried the neck thing, it helps. Yeah, I figured it would. It's like, it's a little bit difficult and uncomfortable of a stretch, but that's like the easiest one you can do on your own. I have the same mask. I gotta get a better headgear for the main character. Now, how many characters do I have? Because I think you can only have 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. No, I'm stupid. 2, 4, 6, 7. I might delete this one, and we'll be making other characters along the way if so. But I don't know, because I've already put a lot of time into this one at the same time. I suppose, if anything, I should try and spruce up my main character here, as I was trying to remake them for... what should I call it? Just to remake them into meta level, so I'm not just kind of fucking about with that. And I still have to get my 4th talisman slot, and God knows what else I still need on this character now. So, a lot of things got changed. To my understanding, things like shields, these are going to be way easier to guard break. So shield poking's not going to be as strong. If you have like the kick Ash of War somewhere, you can just bust open a shield poker and just wail on them, or even just get the critical hit. Claw weapons and fist weapons, I don't know if they're exactly any better, but I do know the Ash of War's Barbaric Roar and Warcry both got buffed, so they last a little longer, and they're gonna do better on fist and claw weapons. So, it'll be interesting to see how much damage that does when we get to the PvP side of things, or maybe even in the PvE. But I do know that Warcry is also supposed to now last, if I had to guess, 45 seconds, because previously it was 30. Do I like magic or sword fighting? I don't mind doing both, really. A lot of my characters will be a little bit of a hybrid. I think the only one where I don't have any spell casting right now, of any type, is on my... what should I call it? That's my... not my archer build. Right, the arcane build that I'm doing the alchemist thing on. The only ranged attack that they have, other than, like, the perfumes, is the 3-shot crossbow. You should find pumpkins in GTA and make sure you miss one at the end. True. There's like, yeah, there's just a lot in general. Like, I wish I could pull up the patch notes now, but I can't necessarily. This character's still incomplete. We have more to go for getting 60 vigor, and then maybe later I'm gonna need a respec, but I'm not fully sure yet on that one. And then I still just have to find more incantations. I'm a little all over the place. A lot of these builds are incomplete. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I should be editing for Free Mode Heroes, but I just want to see if I can stream, man. I just want to see if I can, get my characters a little bit more progress, because I should be getting back to, finishing these builds so I can get more PvP videos for Elden Ring done. Is there a campaign in Elden Ring? Well, yeah, there are multiplayer functions, but this is primarily a single-player game. So absolutely, there's a story focus on that front. Apparently I left my runes over here. I didn't have any runes. Okay. Incomplete like my life. I don't think I said it yet. The poise system has been basically inflated, to my understanding. 61 poise is no longer going to do shit for you. But a lot of armor sets are... Apparently they have more poise than they did before. So, that's something to keep an eye on. It's just, yes, I don't even think this helmet would have gotten me to 60 poise originally. But 60 poise is useless now. I'm hearing people say you want 80 poise now, which is a lot. I thought it was mainly PvP. No, that's just the part I focus on typically, but it's a lot of just killing gods and taking power and finding weapons you like so you can become the Elden Lord and all that shit. But I don't remember what I was last doing, like, at all. I just accidentally put a beacon. No, I didn't. I'm trying to think of, like, where I would need to go. I have this. Now, I don't think I've beaten... I have not beaten Radon, which I probably have the ability to do that. Do I have any runes I can sell? Not a lot. I'm just trying to figure out where I was on this character, because I feel so lost right now. Based off all this... Okay, I kind of have an idea of what I was going for with the weapons. So I have that going for me, at least. I did all this for now. I think now I just... Okay, if I did all that, then what I need to do is go over here. So, we're gonna fast travel over here. The goal for this player, if it isn't obvious, by the way, is to do a strength faith character. So if we go ahead and look at the stats here, strength and faith are the highest out of my offense stats. Which the different damage stats here that you're looking at are going to be strength, dexterity, intelligence, faith, and arcane. Intelligence and faith are for magic. Arcane's usually for weapons with Ashes of War, or for weapons that are to buff bleed, damage, and all that shit. Strength is obvious enough. Yeah, there you go. So mine is going to be about, like, your FP bar. So that's your magic. How much you can cast stuff before you're out of magic energy and need to refill. Endurance is going to be how much you can carry. And rather than how much you can carry, more about how much you can have equipped at a time. As you can see on the right side, there's equip load, which is important. Equip load is just how much you carry and how well you can still move around and roll. You always want light or medium. It also determines, other than that, your green bar there, which is the stamina. Explain this game. Well, it's a FromSoft game, so general premise for this particular one is you are a human known as the Tarnished. You were disgraced by the Erdtree and thrown out from the Lands Between, which we are currently at. But now, the holy fable item, the Elden Ring, got fucked. It completely broke because the one person who was acting as the body of God decided the Elden Ring should go bye-bye. An entire war broke out, and basically broke the lands. And now you, as the Tarnished, need to go and kill these demigods who have all failed to claim the Elden throne so that you yourself can claim it and become Elden Lord. So this is about basically trying to become the ruler of the land through a tradition that's often carried throughout this lore of this game. Do I like the carry weight system? I'm indifferent about it. It really depends on what you're trying to do for a build, if it's annoying or not. I'm just glad it works the way it does and doesn't count what you have unequipped, or else a lot of my characters would be heavy rolling, since I have a lot of things just stored away. This is safe enough. I gotta get used to the game controls again, because I've been playing Combat Warriors, which the it's a PvP game on Roblox. It plays a little bit similar to this. But B is roll here and not X, so that I will need to keep in mind. I do wonder how much of these are good now. A lot of these got buffed to some degree, but actually, this here, got nerfed, because it was like a shotgun of incantations, right? So, not in terms of its strength so much, unless you really built into the spell, but more so just like it scattered everywhere when you threw these little rock shards. So the randomness of their patterns got nerfed, and they don't do as much poise damage now, but they will do more damage against shields. So it's still useful, but it did get nerfed in its own way. Hi, Helly. And yeah, the game is beautiful. Just based off what I have right now, it's not a lot. We'll be finding other items as we go. I do still have my grievances with some things. I was really hoping that, well, I still hold out hope, because it's clear that FromSoft is listening, considering the update they did for PvP balancing, so that the PvP community can be happy and separate from PvE community. We really need to have all of the crafting materials be purchasable. There needs to be more bell bearings in the world where you can just get the crafting materials after you turn them in. If you don't know, bell bearings are just... they are what they sound. They're little gifts that you give over. They are bells, but you hand them over to a certain corpse, and then you're able to buy more items from that corpse. Bell bearings are usually carried by merchants and all that type of jazz, so I don't really get what's going on with that, but that's simply how items for sale are carried about. Is the ghost other players? Yeah, so I am playing online right now. So the white ghosts, I'm seeing like the last 10 seconds of action from other players who have played this game. Meaning I'm at somewhere out there in someone else's playthrough, where I'm just running around like this right now as a white phantom. Now, if you summon people, you do get them as yellow ghosts, and they're called Furled Fingers. So, they'll help you out for an area if you summon them, and those are like actual other players usually. Sometimes maybe they'll give you an NPC you can summon that's like that. And then, if you're not doing things like the duels and whatnot, the duelists do show up as red too. You will typically find, when you're playing co-op, these invading players that come to try and kill you, called invaders. Straight to the point. They appear as red ghosts, and they want to stop you from progressing, basically. Their job is to just kill you and send you back to your last checkpoint. That's it. So, When I do get around to testing a few of the other things, we'll be either luring in invaders or doing invasions, or we'll be trying to do the duels. But then again, this game is not the most populated on Xbox, unfortunately. So, we'll see how well that goes. No, I don't play with corpses. So this weapon I'm using does count as a Great Hammer, which also got buffed, and they do more poise damage in PvP, which is great. I am honestly seeing better performance overall here right now. Ow. Okay. Let me see. I want to see how much Bestial Sling does in damage still for PvE. Not a lot to the creatures made of clay, which is fair. Ashes of War is still strong. I didn't even need that weapon. What's this game's equivalent of a Mark II? Well, the entire, like, PvP game just completely changed right now. So, there's no definitive thing out as of yet that is just, like, the Mark II. So, before any of the major patches that came to the game, I would say this katana called the Rivers of Blood was pretty much your Mark II, because it did insane bleed build-up, it did insane damage, and it was a late-game item, but it was probably one of the most used melee weapons in the entire game at the time. At the moment, Rivers of Blood is more so toned down. It got nerfed pretty hard, and then they buffed it a little bit this patch. So, it's somewhere in an even middle ground right now, but I don't have it on any of my characters just yet. That's not what I said, Helly. The spell is called Bestial Sling. Because you learn the spell from a wolf man. Or a cat man, or whatever he is. Where's the incantations? Yeah, right here. What's Elden Ring popular, or is Elden Ring popular on PC? From the content creators that I watch, a lot of the shenanigans do seem to happen more so either on PlayStation or on PC. There's definitely a community on Xbox, especially if you go to the meta level that people prefer to do their invasions and duels at, if you're interested in the PvP stuff. Fucking crab. How was I on it? Okay, they really buffed Flaming Strike, though. I read in the patch notes that this Ash of War got buffed, and boy did it. That was a lot of damage even then. This is not Combat Warriors. This game is better than Combat Warriors, Osnick. Cry about it. Could I set the Yakuza onto whoever copyright claims your RE4 video? Yeah, I will. But you should also look into the channel. It should tell you who sent the copyright claim. You should be able to look into their channel. And, just investigate a little bit. And then bring your case to YouTube. Because there's no reason they should be able to do that to you. That's, like, ridiculous. This game looks easy. Okay. These are the type of games where the difficulty comes more so in being new. And, it also depends on your stats and your patience. You have to be pretty patient for some of the areas. I guess if anything, I should start letting these up, though. There is a boss I can do if I do it. This game looks good, but Combat Warriors looks that tiny bit better. Have you even seen Combat Warriors, Helly, or are you talking out of your ass? Yeah, see what I mean? I wasn't patient there. I could not voice that. And he's just spamming, too. The crab does not want any of this. Give me your drops. I don't need... All they drop is crab eggs. I guess if anything, I should use my horse for the area. I think I could go through the game without dying. That's how easy this game looks. Why don't you go try that then? And stream it. And tell me how that goes. Alright, so I lit the brazier there. We need to move on and find the other ones. Talking out of my ass, but Osnick surely is right. It's a Roblox game, Helly. It's not gonna look better than this, I'll tell you that much. Is Elden Ring difficulty similar to Dark Souls? Yeah. I mean, it's the same people who made those games, and they usually don't skimp on the difficulty on a Souls-like. Since they're the people who made Souls-likes, so... That's rude. That is so rude. And you got in the way of my attack. Oh yeah, that does more damage for sure. Patch notes said that this particular incantation would do more damage if fully charged, and they were right. I was going to say that difficulty isn't really anything to fear for these games. It's just more of a... just a way to set something down for you to feel motivated to know the game and follow the learning curve to get better. I don't own this game, otherwise I'd show you how easy it is. I'm sure. Anyway, we gotta talk to this fellow, but before we do, I will read a little bit more chat, because I will be focusing on what he's talking about in a moment. I got 1980 Ford, and Cabbage took my mod. True. Amelia is very good at games. She'd probably breeze through this, TBH. She may or may not have paid me with donations to say this. Cabbage, give Fernando his mod. He hasn't learned his lesson, Helly. He keeps making those Joker for Life comments.
Ah. Good to see you. Apologies, mate. But I don't have much to report. I can see bloody Nokron right above me. But I'm absolutely stumped. I've tried all the gateways, to no avail. Perhaps it's time to ask Celibus. I recall that spiteful little rat acting like he knew something. Let's give him a squeeze. Show him just how sharp my teeth are. I jest. I wouldn't go that far. Besides, I should check on some things here. Leave this place to me. You just do what you feel is right. If either of us learns anything, we tell the other. Right?
You're so much shorter than him? Yeah. I think in a lot of the games that FromSoft makes, correct me if I'm wrong if somebody knows better than me, but I'm pretty sure the height of all the players is like 5'3" or 5'4" or something like that. And that's just another thing that they like to throw in. It's just everything is bigger than you if they are not human. What type of weapons are in the game? Swords, medieval stuff? Yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to be medieval, so... it's just a lot of different melee weapons, as you can see here. You have crossbows, you can get bows, great bows as well. There's shields. And then for casting spells, you either get seals if you're doing faith magic, or staffs if you're doing sorcery magic. So more of your standard wizarding with that one. So it is a medieval game. I can only think the closest FromSoft has done to a modern game is Bloodborne, because they actually have guns in that one, but they kind of work more like ranged shields in terms of hitting off parries, because you're supposed to shoot your enemy at the right time so you can go and hit him with the visceral if you're going to be using guns in that game. Guns are useful for also from shooting from afar, but they're not like something strong and OP in Bloodborne, which I'd love to play Bloodborne someday, but that is a PlayStation-only game, so I would not be able to show you that unless I got one. Can you run out of arrows? Yeah, you have to keep stock of all your different arrow types if you're using an archer build. Or just using that type of thing in general. So you can buy some arrows, you can farm some arrows. There are definitely types of arrows that need to be purchasable. Like the Golem Great Arrows are not purchasable, which is annoying, because if you're not a PC player who can just kind of give all the items to yourself, you have to farm it, and they're very hard to farm. Cabbage killed JFK. I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't even remember where to find all of these. That's the issue. You know what? I'm such a moron. Hold on. We have to backtrack real quick. I did not grab the map for the underground section. Cabbage, can you explain the plot of Yakuza 5? Okay, yes, the plot of Yakuza 5 is really simple. Dreams. There you go. I've explained the plot successfully. Okay, yeah, here's the map. My friend from school said this game is much easier than the first 3 Souls games. They made it easier for new players. Yes, it is easier than the typical Dark Souls stuff. It's a little more beginner-friendly, but I think that's simply because of certain features, like not running out of stamina when you're sprinting outside of combat, for example. There's still a difficulty curve there, regardless, but it's definitely easier to get into as a new player. I don't know if I would be able to get into the other Dark Souls games, but Elden Ring is pretty fun. I really love Elden Ring. Right then. We're gonna be exploring around here, because all of the braziers that I need to find are on this level. The area that we need to get to for the quest I'm on is up here, but we have no way to get there until we kill Radon. You cannot buy a Mark 1 in this game. Alright, let's go find those braziers. We gotta do funkies. That's a cliff. Don't go that way. Dream face reveal. Okay, I want to play around with the claws a little bit, I guess. He said that the game is also a lot easier because it's open world and not set on a path, so you can go and get overpowered weapons at the start. Yeah, this is true. You can... As long as the areas are actually accessible, you can very much just go ahead and get some things very early. As long as you know exactly where to look, and as long as you are pretty sure of yourself, you won't die trying to get those weapons. Otherwise, not so much of a great time. Okay, well I see this still isn't really patched. You can kind of make up for Bestial Sling's nerf in PvP, I'm assuming, with the dual wielding of the seals, which I still have the setup for, so... But you can tell the pattern is, the pattern is definitely not as random. It's a lot more set to a horizontal path. But if you're casting it on your own, it's definitely slower too. There should be another one this way, perhaps. Cabbage loves the Mark 1. Listen, there's a lot of people who love that bike well before some dickhead rolled around. So. Excuse you. Right, there's another one here, but these fucking lightning orbs need to fuck off. Claws do still feel nicer to use, though. I like that. How am I supposed to supply you guys with wives? Oh, there's another one over there. Hold on. Actually, it would be better to rest right here. No, I do not. Do not say such things, or you will risk a fucking timeout. I will not be saying the gamer word on stream. Alright, easy enough. Barbaric War seems way more effective on claws. I like that. He much prefers the Dark Souls trilogy. He gets all the achievements on all 3 games. Well, I haven't tried them yet. I'm sure I'll like them if I did. But in terms of PvP, you have way more options of, just throwing shit together and customizing things and whatnot in Elden Ring than you do in other games, which I enjoy that freedom a lot. So, I don't think the other Dark Souls games have something like that, unfortunately. Which is fine that they don't, but that's just how it is. Mute took an arrow. Cabbage might be a woman stealer, but he doesn't steal their subscribers. Alright, you know what? Osnick said I should, I probably will. There we go. What did he even try to say here? I don't want to get bumped. Oh, well, a little late on that one. There should be one more brazier. Right? Okay, maybe 2 more then, actually. I'm actually kind of curious to see how whips hold up. Thinking on it. I don't think whips were really touched at all during this update. Dark Souls are heavily around story, but I think 3 has PvP. They all have PvP. It's just 3's PvP is popular. But, I think a difference with 3 that I should note that I don't enjoy as much is the, Ashes of War, as Elden Ring calls them, or the weapon arts, as they're called in Dark Souls 3, to my understanding. You can't customize them. So a lot of these weapons that I'm holding here, you can change what Ash of War they have. So I could put a different Ash of War other than Flaming Strike on the Great Club. Do you mind? I can put a different Ash of War other than Flaming Strike on this weapon. I can put a different Ash of War on this spear. I can put a different one on the lance, this halberd, claws. Some weapons you can't change the Ash of War and they come with their own. But, you know, overall, you can just actually change what Ash of War is equipped on there, which is pretty good. In Dark Souls 3, whatever weapon you tend to nab, and whatever weapon art it has, that's what it has. So, at that point, it also just comes down to, like, the best weapon of that weapon class that you want to wield in your build for Dark Souls 3. Just from my understanding of how that game works, at least. Hold on, there's more nonsense in my chat. Have I ever tried Elder Scrolls Online? Years back I did try to play it, but after playing Oblivion and Skyrim first, it didn't really feel like either. And I got a little discouraged, and I ended up uninstalling Elder Scrolls Online. However, I already own it. So, Osnick for mod? Actually, you know what? Yeah, why haven't I added him as a mod at this point? There you go, Osnick. Be trustworthy, though. Anyway. I'd have to give it another shot, because if I can enjoy Fallout 76 from time to time, I see no reason why I can't get into the groove of Elder Scrolls Online and see if I like it. I'm just so far ahead, or far behind. My bad. I'm just far behind at this point for Elder Scrolls Online, I guess. But I guess I shouldn't let that discourage me either from trying to catch up. Am I technically speaking a green little man? In GTA, I guess. Played it for a few weeks and quite enjoyed it. I think it's gotten much better. I don't have much to say for Elder Scrolls Online, because I don't think the gameplay itself was in a bad place or anything. I don't know if the game was in a bad place ever. I just don't really know it. It didn't click with me at the time. That's all. Alright, we've got a boss fight. I might try to use the halberd here. I think halberds are not nerfed. I think they're just a little bit better in terms of their poise rating and breaking, so that's good. What Osnick says is true, by the way. You should listen to him. Ah, fuck, I don't even know what's in my physic. Oh, that was a health and magic restore. Whoops. That hurts, sir. I wonder if I can get away with making this weapon frostbite infused for the strength scaling still. I'll take that trade, I guess. Though that wasn't the best trade. Oh, third hit, whoops. I have not fought this boss in a while, so the attack pattern is really throwing me off. Hold on. If anything, I really should, self-buff right here. Oh, that was just out of range. But that wasn't, so we're good. Alright, boss down. Let me catch up on chat considering I was busy fighting. Cabbage, how do you defy women? I need tips. Well, I'm bi, so I get to choose if I want to defy them. Welcome back, Thingamabob. Fernando just acted cringe, so that's a timeout. I've never played all the way through Skyrim. It confuses me. I'm not sure I can understand that, but that's fair enough. Welcome back, Arrow. So my math teacher was mad and won't let me take my test today, so I'm gonna have to take it on Monday during my own time, which is going to be a pain. Is that even allowed? That's... sounds cringe and not okay. Is that a dog? That's a deer. That's a deer. What are you talking about? I don't think there's a grace here, is there? No, but I can teleport out of here. Alright, so there's another one of these on the second cliff, way up there. But it will be a bit of time before we can get to that, I think. You know what sounds cringe? You keep 1984 in your subs. I'll tell you what, okay? Don't look at the content creators and how they have those parasocial relationships with their fans, alright? If you are a content creator, you see one of your fans, you don't treat them better. No. You treat them worse. Absolutely. I ain't having none of that with the fans. No siree. You will be disciplined. The sky looks nice. Technically, this is not the sky. We are underground. That is just a bunch of shit up in the ceiling and whatnot. This is a false nighttime sky in an underground area. All this is the surface ground area. I need to take this off. Okay. Now, I don't have... No, I have this. So we need to check for something before I fast travel to that castle. I only have this one. I don't have the one in Fort Pharos, but I have the grace point for it, so I may as well go grab that real quick. It just happens to look exactly like stars for some reason. There's a bit of a lore reason for that. I don't know why it looks like that. But, there's a race of people who live in this underground area. Not the Minotaurs we've been saying, but like a different group of people. And, they try to commit some sort of blasphemous sin. And their punishment from the religious group that controls the lands between was to be sent underground to live under an eternal, night sky. I am not the Fernando alt, by the way. Can you say the gamer word? No. I will not. Cabbage gave a child mod perms, so I might bonk you all. Guys, Cabbage told me not to say anything, but he said that he'd pay for my college tuition. This is not true. The reason it confuses me is because I'm a moron and rely on friends to help me in games. I just think after having played a lot of Elden Ring, like, Skyrim is so simple. Don't get me wrong, I love Elder Scrolls. But Skyrim is so much more simpler now. In comparison. It's not even funny. Like, I don't think I could ever go back to playing Skyrim without mods type of shit. And I might need to redo my mod order at some point and just redo my saves. So I can just enjoy Skyrim from the top again. Now, there's a giant rat here, I think. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I had no stamina to attack. Whoops. Alright. Oh, okay, well this is fine. I think. I can't tell if it's fine or not. It is Slur. My favorite race is NASCAR. True. I love when they take left turns, and then take another left turn. And then another left turn. Well, okay, the rat is trapped. I can read more chat then. Different group, a race? No, that's not what I mean. Skyrim is quite an old game, though. It is an old game. It just keeps getting re-released a lot. That's all. I don't mind that the combat systems and all that are, like, as they are. It's, just the systems in general are there. They're fine as they are. They just happen to be older, and as per usual for Bethesda games, they're just simpler in comparison. FromSoft definitely has room to improve for the open world formula, but they really nailed it, I think, and should try this more often. So, you know, I would really like there for to be, not even more Elden Ring games, but just more open world FromSoft games. Bethesda needs their money, that's why. I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how it is. If Minecraft is a girl, surely we all have to do as she says. Clearly she's not Fernando. But that is Fernando. That's very clearly Fernando. I guess now I can fast travel here. I need to check something. Did I grab Cragblade already? I did not grab Cragblade. I should do that. Not because it's a good Ash of War, but simply just to make sure I have everything. So we'll take a bit of the longer route. Will I play Elder Scrolls 6 when it comes out? Oh, absolutely. Yes, sir. Is Cabbage reading my dumb comments? I cannot hear. Oh, I'm not as attentive to the chat as Helly, but I see them. I just don't always read everything now. I just found our wife on RuneScape is a 40-year-old man. What a shock that your wife on RuneScape is that. Oh, speaking of just... Well, no, I don't really need that on this build because that weapon has intelligence. Also, that boss is annoying. I'm just gonna go over this way instead. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's where you find that? Wait, no, that's a completely different crystal tier. What am I talking about? Alright, give me a moment. I will be right back. Things are getting a little loud in the household. I should clarify. This isn't the crystal tier that I was thinking of. I was thinking of the winged crystal tier, which increases your weight load. Yeah, there's a crystal tier later in the game that increases your weight load, so you can just light roll. But I'm curious to see what this does on its own. 1 second. I mean, I'm not light rolling, so I don't know exactly what that's doing for me. I guess, other than adding iframes to my roll, which is fine, I guess. You're much better with chat than some other YouTubers, even if you're fiercely racist. I am not. Gillymaster never reads his chat. One message every 20 minutes. I think he just enjoys just playing live. Give me a second, it's still getting loud in the house. I need to go correct the people that are being loud. Dynamic mic? Well, I can hear them, and it messes with me, because I think it's going to pick up on the dynamic mic. I know I should have more faith in the dynamic mic, but I like being sure. Sorry that took a bit. I went to get water as well. Let me read some more chat. I'm not making my character scream. What are iframes? Well, they're spelled like the letter I and then frames, which stand for invincibility frames. So, that's exactly what they are. Just frames in which, while playing the game, you don't take damage, which are usually added to things like dodge mechanics so that you don't take damage when you're dodging. Shout at them. I kinda did. I can't burp right now. I have nothing in me to make me burp. I do want to check my phone for notifications. Give me a second. Though nothing going on right now, which is okay. I was pinged in Fred chat, though. Turquoise is showing me his pit bull. And as per usual, it's just China jokes in my server, because of course it is. I don't know if the item I'm looking for is up here. Well, I say looking for, but this wouldn't even be for this build so much. Fart for us instead? I will not. How did I miss that backstab? Oh, that completely sucks. Oh, now they're shooting at me. That was a disaster. Alright, well, they're not getting back up anytime soon. Not in time to catch me. What the fuck is Feet Finder? What are you talking about? That missed. Yeah, I should be more careful here. This thrusting sword's pretty based. I heard thrusting swords are likely gonna become the new meta. Which, I mean, hey, I'll build a Dex character that uses those. I don't mind. Frozen Needle's a pretty base weapon, which is a type of thrusting sword that shoots like an icicle, so I'll gladly try to throw that onto a build at some point. Sounds like something Nico would know about. I would agree. Dynamic mics are so heroic. Yeah, they're probably saving me a lot more heartache than I'm thinking. The only issue is that sometimes I'm being called for, so I still have to, like, head out there when that's the case. Yeah, thrusting swords are pretty good. In general. Let's go over here, shall we? This is your chat cabbage, you're stuck with us. This is true. I'm tempted to buy Elden Ring. I need new scenery instead of modern day shooters. Hey man, absolutely go for it. This game is very much gorgeous in its own way. And it's like the most complete AAA title that you're gonna find this year. I can guarantee you there is not like any other game out there right now. I thought the festival would happen. What the hell is this? Oh, well, I did fast travel to this particular Grace, didn't I? 1 second. I need to put away some stuff. But yeah, we need to get the festival itself going. I meant to talk about this. Colossal Swords kinda got nerfed. I don't expect a lot of people to still use Colossal Swords other than the Ashes of War. At least they're not gonna be used in the way that they were before. Let me tell you about a little bit of what was basically a miniature Mark II equivalent in this game. Because now I remember what was actually one of the big problems that a lot of the people were talking about. Crouch pokes. Now a crouch poke, I'll show you a little bit, but it's not going to be in the same standard of how the weapon was before. So it's going to look a lot less of a problem than it originally was when I equipped this thing here. Okay. And I'm curious to see how slow they are now, actually, as well as how fast the normal attacks are. Let me get to the point. Now, before this update, the main way that people would basically just murder people if they were strength builds is to use Colossal Swords. Because the crouch attack is this poke, which, oh my god, that's so slow! That is such a huge change. Yeah, you're not catching people with that anymore. You are not roll catching like that anymore. No, sir. This was a whole lot faster. It was the fastest attack that the Colossal Swords had before this update. And it, all things considered, it did a decent amount of damage. And you could not parry this. I still don't think you can parry it, but now it's just that much slower. Now, the normal attacks are still slow, but that is a little faster. It's a little easier to recover from. If you're going to use Colossal Swords now, you're going to have to use them normally, rather than for crouch pokes. Because with how they were so fast, that if this were sped up, you would have roll caught someone to death. All you had to do was be patient. 100% patience, and you would always kill someone with a Colossal Sword like that. No questions asked. I should try Slime Rancher. Possibly. I don't know if Slime Rancher 1 is on Game Pass, but Slime Rancher 2, I think, is on Game Pass. Maybe they're both on Game Pass. So, that's totally something I could, like, do for a stream at some point. Kind of like how I did Bug Snacks. Chat's dead or am I laggy? Probably a mix of both thing. My chat's not the most active, they're just the most, loyal. Colossal Sword Villainous. Pretty much it was, basically, let's think of the role as trying to spawn in, right? Like, I'm trying to spawn in GTA after I got killed. Every time that the crouch poke happened, I would get, you would basically be spawn kicked, is what it is. They were just that villainous. Simply put. They were not fun to fight against, I'll tell you that much. Because a lot of people's strength builds just revolved around crouch poking. I'm dead, I got shot. Slime Rancher 1 got removed for Slime Rancher 2. I'm assuming the second one is worse if you're saying it's a sad thing. Though I guess in general it's just a sad thing. Cabbage, thoughts on women that sell pics of herself on the internets? I'm indifferent. Speaking of, I need to organize this again because I completely took it apart. Give me... Actually, how many of the Erdtree avatars have I killed? I don't even know. I don't think I've killed that many. Let's see. I guess if anything... I can try this one out, but I'm not really thinking it's gonna be good. Early game, you kind of want to just throw these two together if you don't have that many, if you don't have that many things, you know? I don't have a lot of crystal tears right now on this build. If I fast travel here again, will I get the events now that I have the pieces? I'm confused. I guess I have to go talk to Celius after all to make progress. So, we'll go over there. Cyberpunk stream? Maybe at some point. I'm loyal and one of the most talking subs, and Cabbage keeps 1984ing me. Well, watch what the fuck you're talking about then, buddy. It's simply faster to go this way than take the stairs. Speaking of, did I take the Chilling Mist Ash of War? I did. In fact, I have 2 of them, because I guess someone gave me Chilling Mist. You sometimes have to beat Morgott or Rykard if you want to start the festival. That's a weird glitch if that's the case. I really hope not. Hello.
Well, you did you not realize?
No, wait, I don't want to do your quest. Fuck off.
Perhaps I'd like you to find even you.
I don't want to do your quest. Leave me alone.
Do you? And if you can even you turn those
Blue crystals, are those meth? No, that is called glintstone. And glintstone is a... Think of it as amber from space. That is the stuff that sorcery is... Oh, I already collected this thing up here. Oh, I'm a moron. I have to do his quest to get him to help me. I'm so upset. Okay. Yeah, glintstone is just like the amber of space. It's used to cast magic. A lot of the magic, in terms of the sorceries, if they're labeled as sorceries, it comes from this stuff. So, basically, if you are a wizard, you're a cosmic wizard, because you're doing all that stuff from the amber of the void, and all that shit. Speaking of, did I collect the funny? I did, okay. I guess I have to talk to him, but I can just disregard his quest entirely. I did not mean to eat crab.
Have you fumbled out the correct answer? Then you will undertake my... Good.
Where's the Cabbage versus Logan Paul, KSI, Andrew Tate, John Cena stream? Gonna be a while before that gets set up, I think.
I expect. The only thing are we and I have enough. Well, you're asking me about that, are you? The task was left to you and the mongrel, was it?
When I beat Renala and the Draconic Tree Sentinel at the capital, the festival didn't even start. That is weird.
Well, there's no helping it. Now's as good a time as any. I'll let you in on it. There's a glintstone sorcerer by the name of Selin in Limgrave. She owes me for the help I gave her when she was expelled from the academy. I asked her to look into the matter some time ago. I'll write you a letter of introduction.
Conjure up women?
Go ask her.
That's not a spell. You're gonna have to make do that I'm already playing a woman in this game. That being said... I think I have to go do that dungeon now, because I didn't bother doing that dungeon. Yeah. Okay, I'll make this relatively quick, but it also looks like I have a phone call. Talk with Selin?
You there.
I don't care. Okay, after we go deal with Selin, I'm gonna go briefly AFK again, alright? And then we'll pick up from there. How did that miss? Oh wait, that's not it. Yeah, that reminds me. A lot of these builds, I really need to go get Royal Knight's Resolve. Which I think was, funnily enough, untouched by the update. So, that's still running around rampant with like an 80% increase to damage attack power. Lol. I don't remember what's in that chest. I kind of want it. Oh, wait. Get away from me, Hog Rider. He's phoning Triad friends. Oh, it's just a standard Great Axe. I don't need that. I need the dungeon entrance. It's right over here. Yeah, I am doing the Blythe quest line. Well, really, I'm doing the Ronnie quest line, because that's the ending I'm gonna do for this character. If you want to start the festival as early as possible, you have to do the blinds. Oh, the Blythe questline. Well, that's what I'm doing. Are those gnomes? Those are flowers. Where's the subtitles? The subtitles? They're there on the screen, or they should be, because I have subtitles turned on for dialogue. I might just need to be a halberd main. Wow, okay, yeah, this is definitely an early game boss if you couldn't tell. That was insane damage that I just did. This feels like Ice Spear is a little bit stronger if I poise broke with that. That or the halberd is. Hello, woman.
Tarnished, are we? No wonder you
Oh, I don't want to stick the halberd in you. I'll just put it very uncomfortably close to your face.
Why are you here? A yen for glintstone sorceries. I dare say your proclivities are far from ideal. Oh well, perhaps nurture will defy nature.
I killed the gnome boss.
But one must choose
That's a
one's
big
masters
gnome.
wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria as a reviled, apostate witch. Do you still wish to learn from me?
Yep.
Well, you are a piece of work. Very well. You are now my protege in glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle or cast kind words. Never anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
Let's see. You can poise break bosses with low poise, like Melania and Renala with that, and Gideon with that weapon art easily. Well, on top of that, poise was kind of just increased across the board in terms of damage and rating. So, overall, they're pretty strong now, Captain. I think it's going to be easier to poise break with, Ice Spear and Halberd, because Halberd got a buff. Gotta go, Cabbage. Hopefully you'll still be streaming when I get home. Laters. Have a good day. We'll see if we're lucky enough. I don't know if I'll still get to stream later. It really depends on how long you're gonna be AFK.
Well, well. Celivus is not a name I ever wanted to hear again. But fine. If it will help you, my apprentice, I offer my knowledge. The stars alter the fate of the Karian royal family, and the fate of your mistress, Rani. But long ago, General Radahn challenged the swirling constellations, and in a crushing victory arrested their cycles. Now he is the force that repulses the stars. If General Radahn were to die, the stars would resume their movement, and so too would Rani's destiny.
I forgot Radagon will be stupid easy with that build. Oh yeah, Radagon's weak to Frostbite. And there's another incantation I need to get later. But that's like gonna be an endgame incantation. I need Pest Threads for the Elden Beast. Cause that shit just shreds. It's just a good incantation overall. Okay, chat, you sit and behave. I will be right back. Why am I doing it like this? Let me just sit at the grace like a normal person. There you go. I'll be right back. Catch up on chat. Grab Black Flame stuff and Godskin spells. I think I already have a few unlocked. It's just more so going out of my way to buy them, which I might do. Maybe. I don't know if I'm using them for the build necessarily. We won't behave. I'm back. I'm eating a donut at Tim Hortons. I am the Canada. No, I am not selling feet pics. Why is that the most recent message? Okay. What do I need from here? Other than, like, just to finish this build, I swear to God. Let's try over here again. Hey, look at this. Here we go. I just had to talk with Celavis since I didn't speedrun over here after talking with Blythe. Or maybe that was a bug and you were supposed to talk with Celavis and all that stuff. At least the Grace is already here.
Thought I might find you here. I must admit, I was a little worried.
Beat Radon without summons? Nah, I'm trying to speedrun this shit. We're gonna use the summons.
You must have heard by now, right? That Star-Scourge Radon holds Rani's fate in stasis. But once he's out of the way, it'll spring back into motion. So now, we stand against the demigod once known as the strongest of them all. The way ahead is pleasingly simple. We fight, sword and fang. Once more into the fray together, eh? This might even be fun.
Okay. Hello, woman. Yeah, I think even the other humans are a little bit taller than you, if I'm not mistaken. Nah, I think we're relatively the same height here. Why did that just sound like the Halo music? Well, there's just, whatever this type of genre of music is, that's not exclusive to Halo. All characters have British accents based.
The festival is nigh. General Radon, mightiest demigod of the
Speedrunner time 2 minutes. Well, I don't mean like speedrun, but we're gonna try to do this one quick. Because I'm simply trying to get it out of the way. Speaking of, my door is open, which I don't want. Okay. Alright, we're back in the seat. Let's go ahead and get this started, shall we?
Are you good and prepared, young chum?
I am.
The festival begins.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Before we begin, allow me to paint you the full picture. General Radon is cursed ever to wander. Eaten from the inside by Melania's scarlet rot, his wits are long gone. Now he gathers the corpses of former friends and foes alike, gorging on them like a dog. Howling at the sky. But now.
And now we must make merry.
Oh, gathering of champions! The revels begin!
You know the dude speaking up there looks like the Dark Souls 3 DLC boss, Slave Knight Gale. Yeah, they do look, from my understanding, they do look pretty similar, but I did not know they had the same voice actor. He wasn't eating the horse, he was eating enemy soldiers. His horse is fine. He may be far gone in the mind, but he would never eat his horse. This is not the way. I will take this. And now we'll go over here. I don't like what my camera's doing, that's weird. Alright. We will use the summons in the battlefield, but I will not need the summons from online multiplayer. I've done this boss fight more times than I can count. I'm gonna excuse the fact that I had a giant jar in my face. I'm gonna use that as my excuse. And I'm gonna take the long way around. My attack! That was rude. Oh, I'm almost dead. I should really pay more attention. Damn, dude wants me dead. Shit, give me that riposte real quick. There we go. Now, if I can cheese this real quick, that would be cool, but I'm not expecting it. Yeah, we were a little too short there on time. So we're gonna go get some of our allies back real quick. What is he taking damage from? Oh, there's still people. We still need other people to rejoin the fray, though, because we had a lot of people just die. Oh, Patches, I don't want you. You're gonna be next to useless. Oh. I know I wasn't necessarily full health, but the rocks will two-shot you if Radon is the one using them. Poison? No, there were just some people left that were killing him. I should play through Halo on stream. Yeah, I should at some point. I have the Master Chief Collection, so I absolutely could do that. Would you ever invest in a gaming PC to play a lot more older games and PC-exclusive games? Oh, yeah. Also, just to have even more power with editing now. Now that I've gotten a taste with it with a laptop. Anyway, that's completely my fault for fucking that one up. Oh, bruh, he's trying to fucking get me locked in there. Nope. Whoa, whoa, What? He dragged me in. I've never seen that before. That's not normal. Like, at least I've never seen that. That was weird. Holy crap. He dragged me in. What the fuck? I have 40 vigor, which should be more than enough for a fight like this. I gotta bump it up to 60 for the PvP that I'm gonna be doing, but like, damn. Didn't realize we were gonna be playing dirty like that, you motherfucker. Including one-shotting my horse! Do you see this? Well, okay. I guess someone's shat in your cereal this patch, because you are way tougher than you should be. We're buffing behind this hill. Jesus, that range. Okay. I know he's like a towering monster wielding skyscrapers, but Jesus. That, unfortunately, missed. There we go. No, give me the... Oh, you're being an ass today. No crit for poor old Savage Cabbage. What the fuck, man? Alright, let me clear away from my allies so I don't inadvertently get them killed. Whoa! Okay, well, that didn't hurt me so much as it did the horse. I don't know why he's kind of chasing me a little bit more. Alright, I think we should go get our allies. I just have to watch out for these fucking rocks. I think one of these was patches, though, so I'm a little out of luck if that's the case. There should be more summon signs around here, no? Maybe over this way. I'm about to join the fray, though, if not. Yeah, here we go. Let's just go back to the halberd for the Ash of War that I have. Are you for real? Okay. Oh, okay. We're doing this one now. Which had no right to hit me there. I keep getting screwed. think this got buffed. That's not what I wanted to cast, and you damn well know it, game. I already swapped my spell. Don't eat my inputs. Alright, there we go. Fuck you. You made that a little bit harder than it should have been. Still haven't finished Halo Infinite. You should. It was a fun campaign. I was playing through the Halo games in chronological order. It was fun, but then I fell out with the friend I was playing with. Oh, I see. I'd love to play Elden Ring, but I just don't have the ability to time things. The game will help you teach, or help kind of inadvertently teach you that, as it pummels you into the dirt. Boom. 1 second. Souls game is not an opinion I agree with. I think it's just the more easily accessible Dark Souls game. I think is more correct to say.
Ah, good. I was waiting for you. Oh, what a sick way to fight, eh? The glory of the clash is shared. By Radahn. And you. And did you see that afterwards? Falling star right before our eyes. I can't fathom how Radahn was holding back something of that scale. He was a living legend if ever I saw one. And the path has now been cleared. To Nokran, where Ranni's fate will be decided.
Yep.
Let's meet where the falling star bit the earth. We'll take up our souls once more.
Alright, and now I need to talk with you to progress your quest for way later into the game.
Ah, hello there. It was a battle marvelously fought. You are well and truly a champion, friend. I, on the other hand, am nothing but a crock. One hit was all it took to crack me, and for my insides to come spilling out. After that, I hid like a coward. And as such, I can hardly stand to face one such as you. But don't you think I've given up just yet. As luck would have it, there's a veritable
I'm so glad it's the
mountain of
weekend,
warriors
chat.
right here. If I can just squeeze this
My schedule should be going back to normal, by the way. More so on the fact that my mom's moving out again. As she gets ready to move out to Colombia, she temporarily moved in.
Who could expect any less from the very warriors who fought in the
So my
shadows?
internet should get better by then.
Greatest of all wars. Just you wait
So
and
streams should be more possible to
I'll grow
do
even
during the
stronger.
weekdays at that point.
Just you wait when next we meet.
I don't know what I'm doing Dark Souls 3, man. I'm still on the Elden Ring craze, and that's rather where I'd put my focus too for the PvP videos for a Souls game. Alright, so if I rest here, they should both be gone. Right, and because I'm doing a Strength Faith build, I don't necessarily need anything from the Remembrance here. So, I'm gonna kinda just pop it for runes. To be quite honest. Hello, woman. I want armor. Alright, so since we killed Radahn, for those that don't know, sometimes you can get their very awesome armor sets. As pictured here. This still puts me at about the same, but why the hell not? May as well wear the full set other than the helmet, right? Yeah, because I'll be in heavy load if I try that, so... But yeah, that's 72 poise right there, just from wearing Radon now, so I think Radon armor is going to become more popular with the way poise has been changed up. But yeah, I'll rock this for the good time being. Why the hell not, man? There is a woman. She's an old grandma. Let's see. I don't think you have anything I need, do you? Yeah, you really don't. I guess other than rejection, but I could just... level up my faith enough to get Wrath of Gold, I think. Still think Crucible Knight Armor is the best because it's got heavy defenses and it's balanced out too. If we're talking about subjectively, Crucible Knight Armor is definitely up there, but I don't know if it's still like any of the best for all of that.
May the golden order...
Now, on the other hand, you just got a lot of the late game armors that a lot of people love to wear and abuse, and that's probably not going to change.
Where have you been hiding? I took you for dead. No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms, then.
I swear he said that differently than from how he usually says it. But I could just be imagining things. 1 second. You guys leave the chat, but I'll be back. unfortunately, it's kind of getting to that time where it's going to be harder to keep the stream going. So we're just going to go ahead and save and quit. I did want to get a lot more done, but maybe next week I'll be able to do more of these Elden Ring streams and try to actually get more done in that event. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get to the closing out part of the stream. Why did my media player crash? Alright, yep, Mutant Mike, let's get this part done.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. In other words, please be true. In other words,